I am the greatest. I am the best. You, yes, you can do it because all the world's a stage.
Riley, what are you doing?
Oh my God, who is that?
It's Glenn. Are you ready for the review?
Oh yes, I forgot. We have a show in 5. I must get ready for my curtain. This is Real Talk.
Go ahead.
Okay. Welcome to Real Talk. I'm Riley, and this is Glen, my
Hello.
co-host. Yes. Today we are talking about Al Pacino's new film, The Humbling.
Did you believe that moan I just did?
I did.
I didn't. Can I try that again? Ow! No, that's too much.
You think you're safe, but you're not. When she's through playing with you, she's gonna take you apart.
Oh, no! I don't know what's right for me. I don't know what's wrong for me.
Do you have any painkillers? No, like what you'd give a dog, but 10 times more?
No.
He's a person.
Al Pacino stars as this aging actor who goes a little nuts in this Birdman-like film and starts seeing things, and he looks to try to make himself prevalent once again. It co-stars Diane West, Greta Gerwig from Frances Ha, along with Broadway names Billy Porter, and many, many more.
And you're right in saying it is a Birdman-like film. There are some plot devices and some scenes that look like they're taken exactly from Birdman. But if correct, this was filmed first, or this was
Yes,
thought?
this was filmed first, released first at a few film festivals, but Birdman went for a, how should I put it, a quicker release than that of The Humbling. And The Humbling also reminds me a bit of Black Swan,
Oh yeah?
in the sense that it's all about the performer and what it takes to do that role.
Mm-hmm. Birdman was one of my favorite movies of last year.
No.
And
As with mine.
yeah. So when you told me there's a Birdman-like movie out in theaters in January of all places,
Yeah.
I was really excited. My hopes were a little too high, but they met them, and it was such like a nice little experience. It was really good day.
Also, too, it was made for a lot less than Birdman.
Right,
Even though
yeah.
Birdman is an independent film, as is The Humbling. The Humbling was in around 6 mil, compared to Birdman, which was in the 15 mil. Granted, effects and everything.
Mm-hmm. But when you really, you don't really, when you're working with Al Pacino, you don't need all these, you don't need a bunch of cast. You just need you have to one of the best actors of all time.
Right.
And they're really fun and very, role. Like how Keaton's character in Birdman was similar to his character in the movie. Pacino is just like all similar to his character.
Yeah, granted, Pacino has a lot more years of acting under his belt than Michael Keaton. And also, too, Pacino is one of those rare actors who really does not fade away and does not age when it comes to his life on film.
Yeah, it's really funny because in the film he's around 67 or so.
Yes.
How old is he in real life?
He's around 75.
Geez, and like although he's 75, like he is not like missed. He's still there. Like the comedy. This is so. I don't know what's funnier.
It's funnier than Birdman.
You would say so.
Yeah, Birdman's more dramatic.
Yeah, that's true. But I laughed pretty hard throughout this entire movie. It was that whole like. We'll talk later. We'll talk later. Oh, next Thursday. No, next century. Like there's this one character. I'm not going to give it away, but I don't know who she is.
Mm-hmm.
She's the young. Do you know her name?
No. We'll look it up.
Yeah,
and
there's
we'll
this
post it.
exactly.
Down below here, you'll see when this is edited where the name is right here. Very good acting.
And she was able to hold her own against Pacino, so that was really cool.
Yeah.
You mentioned before about a fading actor.
Yeah.
I feel like the shots in this movie really reflected the character. There's and a lot of like a lot of the color was in the movie, it was in your own state of Connecticut.
Yeah.
And he lives in this beautiful forest area and everything, but all the colors are faded, and it kind of show like how this guy's fading away. And there's this really cool spotlight motif where it was really weird when I first saw it, and but like it kind of worked, and it really offered some really cool visuals.
Yeah, and also too on the whole fading. One of the actresses, Diane Wiest, who's a two-time Oscar-winning actress, her own career is fading at the moment, as she cannot even afford to pay rent. So,
Life
yeah.
takes art. Wow.
Yes, it does, and this film certainly brings that up. It's a good companion with Birdman.
Yeah.
It's a great, if you buy them both or watch them both, stream them both, watch them together.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's almost, Birdman's the actor when he's young, and then The Humbling is when that same actor is old.
Yeah.
And the career decisions he or she would have to make.
Yeah.
From commercials or playing King Lear.
Yeah.
It is fun. It's certainly big on humor. It's based off of a book by the same name, The Humbling. It's directed by Barry Levinson, who directed Rain Man.
No, I did not know that.
Rain Man and Jack, a HBO film about Dr. Jack Kevorkian, the assistant suicide doctor. So it's prime filmmaking. It kind of missed the Oscar or Globe and a whole award season.
Yeah, you know what? If this movie came out, say 2 years before Birdman or so, this would have been an Oscar contender. I mean, I don't know about you.
And I think too, there's always a film in certain years which are all about acting, right?
Yeah.
This is one of those years back in 2010, 2011 award season. There was Black Swan. Before that, there was The Entertainer, and every generation has its own actor movies, and this is certainly one of them.
Mm-hmm. There's the editing in this movie is pretty weird, because like I remember watching it, and it's really about I like how the color goes well with the actor. The editing also complements the actor.
Yeah.
I don't want to get too much into it, but Al Pacino's character, he is suffering from Alzheimer's? I'm suffering from myself.
Yeah, dementia.
And the editing, it makes you feel like you're in his shoes, and that was a really cool experience for me, because I remember I was sitting next to you and I was like, whoa, like when this one thing happened, it was really cool.
Oh yeah, and there's definitely one scene towards the end in the climax, really, of that huge finale, and it's just, oh my god. And unlike Birdman, I think, which is almost very predictable in the story, this one is not predictable at all.
Yeah, it was.
And the editing shows that.
Also, it's Birdman. The one thing I did not like was the ending, because it really left you up in your own interpretation, and it was really up in the air. This one, it also is a little up in the air, but like it has your own interpretations of it. But I think it pulled it off a little bit better.
Yeah.
But
also,
again, decide for yourself.
Yeah. Also, too, I think this ending was very similar, I think, to Black Swan.
Oh yeah.
In the sense that in Black Swan, considering it's an old film, you can already watch it. Whatever. Spoiler alert. Natalie Portman's character dies. Now, I won't say what happened to Pacino, but I'll say it's both endings are very, very like you go in your seat.
That's pretty much it. I think we just give our scores out of 10. I give this movie an 8.5.
Yeah. Interesting. I would give this movie a 9. It's really good, great companion with Birdman, excellent writing. It's spot on, a great adaptation of the book. It's funny. It's almost a more family-friendly version of Birdman, I think, if you were to rent it.
I don't know. I think Birdman's a fairly family-friendly version of Humbling. You decide for yourself. Yeah.
You decide.
I mean, we can talk about the ending. We'll talk about spoilers. Okay. Yeah. Joey put up the spoiler section, so it's fine.
Spoiler.
And the ending was Yeah, the ending. It's still like kept this comedic tone, and also it's also very dramatic at the same time.
And
which
also
is so
using Shakespeare is, I think, what helps this movie. It starts with As You Like It, which is more joyous and funny, and all life's a stage, as you saw in our opening, to then ending with King Lear and that final monologue and King Lear's death and how that's an analogy for Pacino's character. It's really interesting.
but also that whole Shakespeare themes, like for me, they're very subtle, and I didn't get them till like the very end. Like I totally didn't even see the As You Like It until, which shows how great the writing is. All right, we kind of right along, but we really do like the movie, and you should try it out for yourself.
You can download it on iTunes right now.
Because it doesn't have that much of a wide release, too, right? Yeah.
It's limited release, so either Amazon.com it, or you can right now download it on iTunes.
Keep wanting to. There's nothing there.
Yeah, there's going to be words here.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
It's all to the editor.
Yeah. All right. If not, I'm just pointing. I'm equally as crazy as Al Pacino.
All right.
So say hello to your little friends as we go. Bye bye.
And real talk. Call your dad.
Yeah.
This is you.
Yeah. And your mom, hopefully, one of the two.
And your cousins.
Or both.
Even your aunt.
Or both dads. Or your long lost relative.
And your priest.
Yes, always call your priest and your banker.
And your rabbi.
Yeah. You always need a rabbi.
I was not.
I have no idea what he's saying. What is he saying? What is he saying?
Yeah.